Elizabeth Alexandra Mary was born on April 21, 1926. Their parents were King George and Elizabeth Bowes Lyon. When she was 8 years old, she met Philip at a wedding. And at the age of 13, they met again, and that's where she fell in love with him. Since then, they used to see each other on holidays and send love letters. In the last months of the war, she was the first female royal to serve in the World War for the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service. She used to serve as a mechanic and also as a truck driver. In 1947, she married the love of her life, Prince Philip, the person who was going to be her consort for the rest of his life. Prince Philip asked King George for his blessing to marry the princess royal. She had 4 children before being the queen. She gave birth to Prince Charles and Princess Anne. After her coronation, she had Andrew and Edward. Prince Charles and Princess Anne were 4 years old and 2 years old when she became queen of England. At the age of 25, her beloved dad passed away. The King George died of coronary thrombosis. She was in a royal tour with her husband in Africa when someone called to her telling that her dad passed away, and she flew back to London for the royal funerals. On February 6, 1952, she became Queen Elizabeth II. Her coronation took place at Westminster Abbey on June 2, 1953. Annus Horribilis. In 1992, in her annual speech, she called that year her Annus Horribilis because of the marriage of her 3 children went down and they divorced. And there were a lot of tabloid scandals of the press, and meanwhile Windsor Castle took fire, and 5 years later Princess Diana died in a car accident in Paris, France. The future of the monarchy is now in safe hands because Prince Charles married the person who cheated on Princess Diana. Her name is Camilla Parker Bowles, who is now Queen Consort, and his eldest son, with his first marriage with Princess Diana, Prince William, married Catherine Middleton at Westminster Abbey in 2011. They are going to be one day King and Queen of England. Because of these 2 marriages, Queen Elizabeth knew the future came back to safe hands. During the pandemic of COVID-19, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, died at the age of 98, and the Queen spent her last jubilee without her husband. On September 8 of 2022, the palace announced the death of Queen Elizabeth, who died peacefully in her beloved Balmoral Castle 2 days before she met her 15th Prime Minister.